They say you should always leave the best for last, and if you take a quick scroll through my how to use playlist, you might notice that there's one Pokemon missing. I've reviewed all of the fully evolved Pokemon except for one, which means, by process of elimination, the best Pokemon in the game is Unown. Now, fun fact about Unown is that it is regarded as a legendary Pokemon, so of course it's going to be strong, and its strength comes from its hidden power. That hidden power is the only move that Unown can learn. However, it can be all of the typings except for normal and fairy, so that means Unown has 16 potential movesets. Just let that sink in. Your opponent is not going to have any clue as to what's happening until Unown's hidden power connects. Also, it can be affected by a Z move, thus gaining the normal typing with the Breakneck Blitz. So that's pretty crazy. You have one move that can be 2 different typings and then turn into one of 16 other typings, but only if you have the Z Crystal, so that means the other items in the game make it to where Unown is impossible to predict. So now it's time to hop into Pokemon Showdown, and I'm excited to look at Unown's stats right now because a lot of people might say that these stats are low. However, 72 special attack is exactly where you need to have a Choice Specs boosted ×4 super effective move to find KOs on almost every Pokemon. Even though that might sound specific, it shows Unown's true potential. Now, there are a couple of options that you can take. One of which is just going to be maxing out the special attack with a modest nature because that's all we have. That when we look at the hidden power, it would be a little silly if we put some physical investment on our Unown because we can't learn any physical moves. So at least we cannot go wrong with Unown right there. As for items, this seems like a really good choice opportunity because we can only use one move while only having one move. But remember guys, Breakneck Blitz is always an option, so if you really want to go for it, you can run the Normalium Z. Now, I believe that this is in a minority of movesets, but if you want to keep your opponent extra on their toes, you can go for this. On that, I do recommend Choice Specs, and then this will give you the most damage possible. Now, unfortunately, 48 base speed is pretty low, so we could either go for some max hit point investments and try to tank all the hits that are coming our way, because when you max out 48 hit points, it's going to be a pretty massive gain overall. But then we can also go for some speed investment if we plan on speed boosting into Unown, because that is the ultimate way of saving a Pokemon. Imagine Unown with +6 in its speed and then +6 in its special attack while running that Choice Specs on a hidden power. That seems like one of the strongest Pokemon in the game, if you ask me. Now, to back this up, all we have to do is go to a damage calculation. So let's go and check out how well Unown fares against most Pokemon. And as you can see right here, if we are running the Hidden Power Fire Unown with modest Choice Specs, we actually find a one-hit KO on the Abomasnow. So 4 times super effective hits, nothing can stand against the Unown, unless it's Garchomp, because Garchomp can survive 37.5% of the time. However, that's still less than half. So that means most of the time we will find a one-hit KO on the Garchomp, except on this channel, we round up. So we will always one-hit KO the Garchomp with the Hidden Power Ice, and also means that Focus Blast never misses as well because 70 is a greater number than 30. As you can see right there, this is how you play Pokemon at the highest possible level, but that's not where it ends for the Unown. That at +6 special attack, so if you can baton pass some nasty plot with a little bit of speed just to make sure Unown outspeeds everything, our Psychic will one-hit KO a Toxapex twice. So that means you start off the battle 6-4. Your opponent is down 2 Pokemon immediately, and even then, we can kind of apply these numbers elsewhere. Toxapex is one of the tankiest Pokemon in the game, so if we go into something like a Silvally, Silvally means, yeah, we just one-shot it at the +6, so showing you guys that Unown can be one of the strongest Pokemon in the game, and that's why I have not made a moveset for it until now on April 1st. So let's go and look at the numbers a bit more. With this set, it is a bit different. That if you really want to go for that hard investment into the +6 on those nasty plots or whatever special attack boosting, Calm Mind, even better. Go for 6 Calm Minds, you baton pass that into the Unown, find it a little bit of speed. Unown's going to be doing just fine right there. But if you are going for the boost, I recommend Hidden Power Psychic. That will actually gain stab boosting, so it's like a non-stab boosted Psychic from a different Pokemon. See, that's how good Unown is. It can actually match other non-stab Pokemon with that hidden power under the right circumstances. And if you are committing to this +6, that means that Psychic will still find KOs against most Pokemon. As you can see right here, we go back into the Garchomp. That is a one-hit KO on the hidden power Psychic, so the damage is just going to be too much. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know there's a lot of Unown fans out there that have been waiting for it. Like, every day, I get about 100 comments every single day. People saying, yo, you said you reviewed all the Pokemon, but I don't see Unown. Where's the Unown? Well, there it is, guys. As you can see, saving the best for last. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.